What can I do? What as a leader over the next 6 months can I do? And I had one key piece of information. And that is, I knew I was not the smartest guy in my organization. I was the leader, I was responsible, I was the commander, but I knew that I was surrounded by tremendous talent. But I had to create an environment where that talent could thrive, where those people would bring their ideas to the table. I never talked to my brigade commander as a lieutenant. When I was a brigade commander, my lieutenants expected to have a relationship with me. I mean, they wanted me to know them individually. I never spoke to my brigade commander. That's the Army I came to. I think I saw him 3 times in 3 years, honestly. And so I think it's a good thing that we've made it more people business. But as a brigade commander, I tried to spend as much time as I could at platoons and companies and doing OPDs that really meant investing in my people so that they understood how I thought, what I expected. So, because that has to take place if when we go to war, you really are expecting to trust them and empower them and let them make decisions. Those relationships have to be built before you go. And so that's why I say, I think that you know, I know that life is about people and relationships, and in our organization, one that by nature is hierarchical, if we as leaders will engage with those lieutenants, those captains, those senior NCOs, it's empowering because they understand us, how we think, what our intent is, and then they can go do great things with initiative. The Army is by nature very hierarchical, like many of our business organizations. There's a board of directors, a CEO, a COO, a CFO. They're no different. The Army I joined, I call the Forrest Gump Army. You remember that scene in Forrest Gump when he sets a new company record putting his rifle back together? And the drill sergeant runs down there and he says, "Gump, why'd you put that weapon back together so fast?" And Gump looks kind of confused. He says, "Because you told me to, drill sergeant." Right? Well, that's the Army I joined. You just did what you were told, exactly as you were told. And you did great. You didn't have to think, right? The leaders made the decisions, they solved the problems, and you followed orders. But that wasn't the culture I wanted in this organization, because I knew I had young specialists, young privates, young lieutenants that had phenomenal ideas to solve the problems that we had. Because in that hierarchical organization, we can only be as good as me. Frankly, that scared me. We can only be as good as I was if I was making the decisions and if I was calling all the shots. But collectively, we had incredible potential.